Thank you for being smart. Just this one time, Rin. I will give you points. Dualistically, I mean, all of the threats are at school, so it would make sense to not go.
My body's so heavy. It feels like he's taken over half my body.
I sit up in bed and take a deep breath. I'm not tired just because I'm not a morning person. Like Archer said, a master who has just summoned their servant cannot function satisfactorily.
That's right. I summoned Archer, not Saber.
She's still going on about this. That's insane. I can remember clearly. Well, it's not something I want to remember, but even if I don't like it, there's no second chance.
About a day until my magical energy returns, huh? Then I guess today will just be a test drive.
I slowly climb out of bed. I fight a bit against the unseasonably warm air and my desire to stay wrapped up in my blanket. I knock out the desire to go back to sleep in the third round of the match and check myself in the mirror. I know you're getting uppercutted. You're not winning this match. If it were an actual boxing match, come on, Rin. Nothing's obviously wrong, except for the fact that I have only about half the usual magical energy in my body. Everything's up to par.
Well, there shouldn't be any problems.
Well, there are a bunch of self-imposed ones already, Rin. For now, I want to check the situation. The servant I summoned is Archer, who you apparently don't like. He's a rude guy with no manners to spare for his summoner and master until you think he's cool, and then you contradict yourself within 5 seconds. And on top of that, he doesn't know who he is. I'm getting a headache already.
I'll have to live without his noble phantasm until his memory returns. Well, there's no way he can use it if he doesn't remember it.
Servants are powerful familiars on their own, but what makes them the most powerful is the fact that they all have one powerful secret move. The problem is, Archer says he can't remember what it is.
Well, it's partly my fault, so we'll have to make do.
That's right, as this is how things ended up. We're both on the same boat. I hope he sorts out his memory soon, but with the way he's acting right now, who knows when that'll be. Honestly. Looks like we've got a load of problems ahead. Again, a bunch of self-inflicted ones, but we can move past that.
Wow, maybe I should have a better opinion of him.
Maybe you should. I mean, this dude's like a carpenter. Look at this. Brand new. How did he do that? Is that one of his skills? The living room is just the way it was. Yeah, I mean, how did he do that? I only expected him to clear up the rubble, so I'm moved that he went this far. He must have felt bad about making such a mess of the living room, or he wouldn't have done this. I should call him admirable, or maybe just a nice guy. No, I cannot take another contradiction. I cannot take another one. I cannot take another one. The sun's already up. You're pretty loose. I take it back. Within 3 seconds. This shameless attitude. He doesn't deserve any praise at all. Oh, Rin.
Morning. You seem pretty relaxed. I see you've made yourself at home here.
Well, it's the room I spent the night in. I've pretty much figured out where everything is. Oh, since I was cleaning anyway, I cleaned up the kitchen too. I was expecting more mess, but it was rather clean. That's quite impressive considering that you live in a Western-style house by yourself. I'm getting a headache. Why is my servant checking my cleanliness? I mean, you ordered him to clean. They say servants think only of battles, so maybe this guy's broken somehow. He's not a war machine. He's still a human. I see, you're not doing well, are you? You seemed well last night, but sleep must have brought up your fatigue. I'll get you a drink, if tea's okay. So at home in a stranger's house, Archer stands, takes out a new teacup without a moment's confusion, and pours a fine rose-colored tea. How nice. Real servant. There are all sorts of things I want to say, but I surprisingly don't feel like interrupting him. Every aspect of his motion is refined, and you could even say he is being considerate. Don't do this again. You just did it like 5 seconds ago. Don't say he's being inconsiderate.
Oh well, it's true that I'm tired, so I guess I'll have a drink.
I take a seat. He hands me the teacup silently and I take a sip. Oh, it's good. Let's go. Of course, it's an exotic Chinese tea. It's the best part of my favorite leaf, so I'd get mad if it tasted bad. In fact, I get mad when someone uses one of my favorites without permission. Don't do it now! Yes. I would get mad, but when it's brewed so wonderfully, I'm too happy to complain. Good! Oh, that'll get you some points.
Hold on. What are you laughing about?
Well, I was going to ask what you thought of it, but when you make a face like that, there's no point in asking. I slam the cup down onto the table and Rin makes the world shake. She is a strong woman. Don't waste it. You should enjoy it while it's hot. If I'm distracting you, I'll go.
Thanks, but no thanks. I didn't become a master just so someone could brew me tea. Besides, there's no need for you to do things without orders.
I see. Certainly, I did not form a contract with you to brew tea or clean up after you. If that's how you want it, I'll be careful from now on.
Right. What I need is a powerful familiar.
Why can't he be both?
I've never heard of a servant who does things around the house, and I've no need of one either.
Is she not the one who said he should do it? I don't need it. You ordered it. Come on. What do you mean, no need?
Nothing. Interpret it however you want. More importantly, do you remember who you are now?
Archer shakes his head. Just as I thought, it's bad. If you can't remember it after one night, it's not going to come back easily. Even if we test various things today, this is still...
All right, I'll work out what to do about your memory. Well, get ready, Archer. Since you were just summoned, you don't know your way around yet, right? I'll show you around town.
Get ready. There is no need. If you want to go, we can go right now.
Hey, you're going to walk around in that? It hardly looks normal, and besides, other masters would be able to tell you're a servant right away.
Rin! Who's your servant info broker? Because I suck. They suck! Hire a new one! I mean, I really should just treat Rin like she's ignorant of the things that really matter here. It doesn't matter that he's wearing a stupid cape and an ab shirt.
I don't intend to go announcing to everyone that I'm a master, you know.
Oh, so that's what you meant. It's not a problem. Certainly I will need to change, but only when I take form. Servants are spirits, after all. We become spirits when we're not in battle to reduce the burden on our masters.
Oh yeah, you are still a heroic spirit even if you're summoned already. Since it's the master's magical energy that gives the spirit form, if I cut off that magical energy...
Naturally, we would return to spirit form. A servant in that state is like a guardian spirit. We cannot be observed by anyone except the master we are connected to by the ley line. We can still talk, though, so it's no problem if we're going scouting.
Wow, that's really convenient. In that case, it must be hard to search for other masters.
Yes, but magi can sense other magi, right? In the same way servants can sense other servants. If a servant knows powerful magic, they would be able to sense servants even from a distance. Just as Archer says, a master is usually a great magus. A magus with strong magical energy is sensitive to other magical energy. But as far as I know, no one in this town has magical energy that strong. That you know.
So what about you? Can you tell where the other servants are?
Master, have you forgotten my class? Sensing distant enemies isn't a job for a knight. Well, I guess not. Archer's magical energy isn't that strong. I expect only the servant caster would have enough magical energy to locate enemies from a distance.
All right, then follow me, Archer. I'll show you the world you've been summoned into.
I don't think it will be that new for me. Is he a recent dude like I thought? But, Master, aren't you forgetting something important?
What do you mean by something important?
You're really not up to par yet. We have yet to exchange the most important part of our contract.
The most important exchange?
equivalent exchange? No. Fundamentally, the reward for the servant is to participate in the Holy Grail War. What a trash reward. Yes, you get to be my slave, and you get to do my bidding. You don't get a wish. You may die. You may get psychologically tortured, but you get to participate. There shouldn't be any more exchanges necessary. You're really not a morning person, are you? Archer says so in surprise. Listening to his sarcastic comment, I realize something. Come to think of it, he hasn't addressed me by name yet. Oh.
Names.
I guess you've realized. Well, it's not too late, Master. What is your name? How should I address you from now on? Archer asks sulkily. He is a good person. No, don't do this again. Don't. I can't take it. Yes, there's no mistake. After all, there's no meaning to exchanging names. What? Servant and master have a relationship forced upon them by the command spell. For a contract with a normal familiar, the exchange of names has a great deal of meaning, but no such bond is needed between a master and the servant. But still, Archer calls it important. It's a proof of trust that we shall be fighting alongside each other, even without the command spell.
I'm Rin Tosaka. You can call me whatever you like.
I answer bluntly, unable to be true to my feelings. Well, actually, it would probably be easier for me to be addressed in a reserved manner like you or master, and he'll probably call me that. But that said, Archer mutters my name to himself. I shall call you Rin. Yes, the name suits you well. She's gonna get got here. He says something outrageous. Did you want him to say your name was trash, Rin? Did you want him to spit in your face? What's outrageous about that? Oh, it's a good name. Rin, what's wrong? You don't look normal. She's not acting normal either.
Shut up! Let's just go. We don't have time to relax.
I turn away and start walking. I'm vexed. I don't know why, but I am. Did Archer say that just to make me feel this way? Maybe. Maybe he's a player. Maybe Archer's a player.
It's possible he'll certainly do that sort of thing.
Yes, that must be it. So my face getting hot and my heart pounding. They're all a part of his plan. Be careful, Rin. You're going to have to work with this crooked guy from now on. Another contradiction. She just can't stop. How many times has it been? I go out with Archer. The city we live in, Fuyuki City, can basically be divided into two towns. Here, the place with old houses and traditional buildings is Miyama City. On the other side of the river is Shinto, where modern development is happening. My house is in the older section, Miyama City. Miyama City is broadly separated into two sections as well. I'm not gonna remember this. This is one of those sections, the Western-styled houses, where immigrants from foreign countries live. And on the other side of the area is old Japanese-style houses, with a mountain behind it. Both sections are on top of hills, so you could say both are suburbs. The houses in between those two sections are relatively ordinary. As a demonstration, they're this ordinary. I just ran this thing through Google. Did you know this is real? That's amazing. And then they just artistically stylized it. This is the crossroads of Miyama City and the hill leading up to the Western-style houses like mine. On the opposite side, a hill leads up to the Japanese-style houses. A bridge leads to the neighboring town of Shinto, and the other way leads to the schoolyard, shopping district, and even Ryudo Temple up on the mountain. Well, Rin's like,
We're not gonna go there for the field trip. It's trash. Skip it.
I guess so. And this is the large bridge connecting Shinto and Miyama City. No! This is where Scanner died. The Gilgamesh. Sad. A few years ago, a big station was built over that side and it has grown rapidly since then. Even though Miyama City and Shinto are in the same city, you can think of them as totally different places. Sad. That's all I gotta say. The city's name Fuyuki, or Winter Tree, supposedly comes from the fact that winters are long here. That sounds nice. Thinking about it, this place certainly has a long winter. That's ideal for me. In contrast though, it's quite warm here, and February here is about as warm as December everywhere else. Ugh, never mind. Count me out. Not moving here, it's off the list. I retract my statement. I bet a few hot springs would turn up if you went digging around. Then again, this half-hearted cold would make the city a poor hot springs resort. You should have seen it 10 years ago, it was full of hot springs. Fuyuki City has a friendly winter and a strange climate that enters spring in April with no changes. Ugh! Yo, I fully retract my statement. In fact, opposite statement now. Shinto is all like this. What? Cybertron City, dude? This is so futuristic looking. Okay. The rapidly developing town started to build tall buildings, as if rushed by something, and as a result, it looks very artificial. It looks super clean, I'll give them that. Though, that's only in the last 10 years. Oh. This is it. From what I hear, the big fire here 10 years ago pretty much burned down the whole residential district. Yep. This is where it happened. That's messed up. These buildings were constructed on the land no one lived on anymore. Yeah, they literally did not live here anymore. They were dead. Built on the corpses. Okay, that's morbid. Ugh! And what? Look at that freaky building silhouette. I have never seen a silhouette of a building that scary in my life. That's horrifying. This is the center of it.
This is Shinto's park. Now that we've seen all the important locations, what are your thoughts?
I ask Archer, who is standing next to me. I can't see him, of course. Yeah, but can't you sense him still? I thought it said earlier. No? It's a big park, but is there some reason there's no one here?
So it shows, huh? Well, that's because there's a history to this place.
I look around the park. A park this big and organized should be a playground for kids, even on weekdays. But there are only a few people here, and a desolate feeling runs through the place.
It was about 10 years ago. They say there was a huge fire in this area. It burned for a day until it went out just as it began to rain. Afterwards, the town was rebuilt, but this place was left as it was.
Yeah, they need to repair this place.
It was burned to ashes, so they made it into a park.
He shook. Archer says nothing. But even though I can't see him, I can tell that he is feeling something special.
You seem to have noticed. That's right. This is where the last Holy Grail War ended. I don't know the details, but the last war ended here, and the place has been like this ever since.
It is not looking good. This place is cursed land. Cursed land, I'm gonna remind you. I see. That must be why this place is full of so many grudges. Oh.
You can sense those kinds of things?
Servants are spirits. We are being similar to grudges and formed obsessions. Therefore, we are sensitive to such remnants like us. There were places in town with strong regrets, but this place is on a completely different level. To us, this place is more like a reality marble. We're gonna get pulled into the desert with a skanda. Archer brings up an unusual term in a motionless voice. Reality marble. Oh no. We're gonna get our PhD in reality marbles. One of the magics considered the pinnacle of magi, said to be infinitely close to sorcery. For hundreds of years, a boundary field has been the defensive field that protects a magus. Put simply, it's a vicious version of a security system on a house. A boundary field is something applied to an existing area or building to protect oneself from outside enemies. Is that why it looks like a sea urchin? It's another inverted sea urchin. I'm just joking. But it is merely a transformation applied to what already exists. But a reality marble is different. A reality marble is an image that erodes reality. The imagined world of a magus, a boundary field that paints over reality by letting a Magus's heart take form. That is what we call a reality marble. Iskander's no Magus, but he was able to do it, so clearly it's not just Maguses that can do it. That's all I'm saying. In other words, it's a large-range magic that distorts, no, remakes the world as the Magus wishes. Rin, what are you thinking?
No, I was just surprised. I just thought that reality marble seemed an uncommon term for an archer.
But wouldn't the Grail tell them about it? Doesn't matter. What? Is it strange for me to know it? I don't think so.
Of course, reality marble is a taboo of taboos. The secret principle. It doesn't make any sense for an archer to know about it.
That makes it even better because Iskander just showed it for no reason. Isn't that right? I ask with my expression. And then, I sense him sighing heavily next to me. Rin, a hero is someone who excels with both magic and weaponry. It's fine if you want to think that an archer can only use bows, but please don't take such an optimistic view of the other servants. Yeah, when you have Gilgamesh over here calling a axe a projectile when he shoves it out of a portal, it's no longer about bows and arrows. Actually, no, what am I even talking about? Forget the axe coming out of the portal, you could at least call that a projectile. How about him riding a spaceship? How about that? Definitely not, okay? Anyway, very good point. Ugh. Come to think of it, he's right.
I understand. That was a careless thing to say. I'll be careful from now on, so it's okay, right?
Rin, I'm going to be honest. You are excellent, but because of that, you have a habit of underestimating others. You should reform that habit before you grow up.
You're being rather rude.
No, we're not doing this again. Don't call him kind in 5 seconds. Reform? That's like training bad habits out of a horse. Well, kinda is like that. Oh, excuse me. I didn't mean to make it sound like you're a disobedient horse. I just used the word because it suited your image. I can't tell if he's doing this intentionally or not.
Hey, that's even worse. Ouch!
What happened? Whoa! My right arm suddenly hurts. Let's go home. Rin.
Be quiet for a second, Archer.
The command spell engraved on my right hand is hurting. A small warning as if to get my attention.
Someone's watching us.
I extend my consciousness to the surroundings. I roll out the threads of my consciousness and search through the park. Did you do that when you were talking about Taiyaki and Kets? The same power?
I can't find him. What about you, Archer?
It's difficult. I can't even feel the stare.
Then it must be a master watching.
I don't know who it is, but if Archer can't sense it, it has to be a master. There aren't 7 of us yet, but if we wanted to, we could start the fight at any time. I thought that was against the rules. It seems the one watching us wants to battle, but... The command spell reacts to other command spells, so that must mean that if you are a master, you should be able to recognize other masters when you see them. Then wouldn't that mean you should be able to identify the other master too? I don't know what the Fate Zero people did, but they missed the update where they get the master radar detector. Like these people have.
Yes, but a superior magus can conceal their magical energy. Even though command spells react to each other, they operate on magical energy. If the master has closed his magic circuit, it will be hard to find him.
Well, Rin, if you're a superior magus like you've been leading us to believe this entire time, wouldn't you be able to easily do this? Or find a countermeasure around it? That's troubling. That means we are showing them our location.
That's right. Well, if I search around my house, I should be able to find something that kills my magical energy, but...
But we're not in your house. It's a little too late for that. You don't need it?
Right, because if I don't hide it, they'll come to us, right? It saves us the trouble of going to find them.
I guess that's a way to go about it. I respect that. I can't say that's what I would do, but I respect it. It's one way to go about it, but I'd be in the underground basement. Archer takes a deep breath and goes quiet as if he's shocked.
What? You want to say I shouldn't be overconfident?
I ask, remembering our previous conversation. But Archer just says, that's impossible. You're strongest like this. Yeah, you can let those weaklings follow us about, he says, trying to hold back his laughter. I don't know what's so funny, buddy. Well, it's not like I like his response, but we decide to continue walking around town. It's golden hour again. Nope. We tour the important places, really dragging our observer around, have dinner along the way, and bring things to a conclusion. How did he eat without not materializing? Also, they pretty much had a full date there. We've been walking a lot, and now it's 7. At this time of the night, our destination should give us the best view. Whoa, motion sickness. A strong wind. So strong that everything's blurry, by the way. Look at that. We're really high up. The tallest building in Shinto. Really high up, yes. The view from the rooftop of this building is a fitting end for this day.
What do you think? This place has a great view, Archer.
I pity whoever you go out with someday. You dragged me around all day. Archer knows.
Did you say something, Archer?
Archer, just shut up. You didn't say anything. Just an honest opinion. Oh, this is certainly a nice place. If we had come here to begin with, we wouldn't have had to walk around like we have been.
What are you talking about? Certainly it's a nice view, but all you can tell from here is the overview of the town. You have to go to the places themselves to know the layout.
That's not true. My class isn't Archer for nothing. You can't be an archer unless you have good eyesight.
Is that so? So you can see my house from here, Archer?
No, I can't see the neighboring town from here. At most, I can see as far as the bridge. At that range, I can count the number of tiles. That's crazy!
No way! The tiles on the bridge?
Yo, she was right. That's insane eyesight. That's not just good. His eyesight could match the telescopes you find on these rooftops. I have a telescope.
I'm surprised. You really are Archer.
He's been trying to tell you this for a while, Rin. Rin, I don't like to think so, but are you making fun of me?
Of course not. I just misunderstood because even though you're called Archer, you don't seem like one.
That's a troubling claim. I shall question you further on this matter when we get home. It seems Archer has taken a liking to the view as he falls silent. He's probably working out the town's layout. I can't interrupt while he's surveying the battlefield. I leave Archer's side and move to the edge of the building. And a giant gust of wind pushes her right off. Psych. All I can see with my eyesight is the lights below this building. Like the headlights of the cars in the street and the people going home after work. I can't tell what kinds of cars or what kinds of people they are. I can see them, but still not see them. Just like noticing someone is watching me before, but not being able to see the watcher.
At the very least, there's one person that has his base in Shinto.
I strain my eyes and stare below me. There are 7 masters in all. I still don't know who the masters are, nor which servants they command. Right now, I assume all the masters are walking around town collecting information on other masters.
Huh?
Suddenly, I feel someone's eyes on me. There's no reaction from my command spell. I just feel someone's eyes on me.
From below?
I look down. There are many people walking around on the road. Among them is a person. Whew! Discovery of the century! One person is looking up at me as if looking up at the moon. They're probably looking at you. Probably. I can't tell for sure who it is. I can't tell for sure, but I still know who it is. Don't do this nonsense! Just another one. Another contradiction. She had to make a new one, though. It's not the classic. It's surprising. What's he doing at this kind of a time? Shirou? Rin, have you found an enemy? Archer calls out to me as if sensing my excitement.
Nothing. I just saw someone I knew. An ordinary person. Nothing to do with us. Definitely not a master.
I answer, unable to hide my irritation, and leave the place where I was standing. There's no way he could have seen me from the ground. No? He must have been looking up at the building by coincidence. Rin, if you can see him, then he could see you. So it doesn't mean I was noticed. But still, I'm angry that I let him see me acting as a magus. As if you standing on top of the building is you acting as a magus. By the time we get back to Miyama City, it's already past 9 o'clock! You were walking for 2 hours! I wish I had all day to just walk around. The whole day just flew by. Unlike Shinto, Miyama City is an old residential district. No, please don't repeat this stuff again. No one walks around after 9, and the town grows as quiet as midnight.
So that's pretty much it. Do you have a good idea of the town?
Yeah, I get it. I'll figure out the rest as we go along.
Then we're done for the day. I'm not up to par either, so let's go home and rest.
I need to rest. This is a long introduction, I'll tell you that. We climb up the road, up the gentle hill. And there's someone walking in front of us. Huh?
Sakura?
This is bad. I don't want to see her right now. Are you feeling awkward because it's your sister? Former sister? Still your sister. You can't deny it. Rin, why are we hiding?
Shut up! Oh, that person is someone I know. I skipped school today, so I don't want to see her.
As I speak, I look at the figure ahead of us. On the road, there's the well-known first-year student and the foreigner I don't know. Rin! I know that foreigner. He is tall, or she's short, or both. And that jacket does not fit him at all. He's got my coach's jacket, but he has absolutely nothing to fill in that coach's jacket. What are they doing together? Alright. That's weird. What are they doing? They are talking about something. Wow. Whew. Really just shattered my expectations with that observation. No, it seems the foreigner is talking to Sakura against her wishes. Rin, is the person you know the foreigner?
No, I don't know him. There are lots of Western-style houses around here, so we might be visiting one of them.
I say that much, then scold myself for being too soft where that girl is concerned, or involved.
Archer, is he human?
I don't know. He has form, so he should be human. At the very least, he is not a servant. Oh, how wrong you could be. Sorry, Archer. Minus 50 points.
Right, he's not a master either, so I guess it's just a minor quarrel.
Really? Still, I know she's not the kind of girl to get into trouble with a guy. They're going. The girl is walking up the hill. The man is walking right by us. The blonde guy goes down the road we came up. That is terrifying. All it takes is one little head snap of curiosity, and we're Swiss cheese. We are Gate of Babylon Swiss cheese.
Well then, you can use this place. I'm going to bed unless you have any questions first.
I don't have any important questions. Your decision not to rush into a battle is the correct one. You should use tonight to recover your magical energy.
Yes, I will see you tomorrow then. Please make me tea tomorrow morning.
Dude is literally becoming a servant every single day. The housemaid class. Fatigue hits me hard once I walk into my room.
Oh yeah, I have to contact Kirei before I go to bed.
That annoying priest. Hey. No, never mind. You're right. You're right. He'll already be getting ready to call in the substitute magus. I don't really care about that, but he is my guardian, so I should at the least do the right thing. Yeah, her guardian. The guardian that stabs her father, biologically, and then gives her the knife that he stabbed him with. Great guardian.
Phone.
I dial the number. And soon, the fake priest picks up. Hey! Now I'm gonna stop you here. He's probably ordained, so, Rin, he might be faking morals, but he's real.
Kirei, it's me. I formed a contract with a servant just yesterday, so register me officially as a master.
A brief silence. Kirei's silence has enough pressure to stress you out, even over the phone. Understood. Now what? You should come and see me at least once. I have something to give you I have received from your parents. They said to give it to you only if you become a master before you become an adult.
Oh, you mean Father's will? I already deciphered it and got the item, so it's fine. I'll come and see you if I feel like it. Goodbye!
Yo, she still has the same sass as 10 years ago. Wait, Rin, if you are a master now... I hang up, not hearing him out. Huh! He has never had to deal with someone like this. Ever. Not even close. Listening to Kirei's lecture while I'm tired won't help me recover my magical energy.
Right. All preparations are done now.
All that's left is to sleep. When I wake up next, it should be a completely different morning. Yeah, that's normally how it goes. Every day, in the world, for everyone. Also, are you gonna sleep with the lights on? 10 years ago, the Holy Grail War, in which my father competed as a master and was defeated, died. Now I'm entering that same battle. Darkness. New day. 2nd of February, 2-2. Let's go. How do I... yeah, I still had to click the button. So, after breakfast, I clearly explained my immediate plans. Well, before you do that, I just wanted to say, Archer, you get 1,000 points for somehow restoring this grandfather clock and this whole room, frankly. No broom can do that. So, 1,000 points. What? You're going to school?
Yes. Do you have a problem with that, Archer?
I do. No problems. It's just... Archer hesitates but does not object. He must have realized yesterday that I'm not the type to take back my decisions. I can kind of tell without him saying so. Archer is sarcastic, but he has an honest side to him, so it seems he won't complain about something he's accepted. Yes, in other words, he's faithful in an awkward way. This is my conclusion. No, more of an intuition after watching Archer for all of yesterday. Rin, as you are a master now, you must always be cautious of other masters. School is a place where it's hard to remain prepared against sudden attacks.
That's not true. Look, Archer, even though I am a master now, I don't intend to change my lifestyle. Besides, a battle between masters is something that should be done out of public view, right? So, if we were at school where there are lots of people, I don't think we'll see any kind of surprise attacks.
No. We're gonna get a Kiritsugu who does not care about where they are, like he was, but at school. Rin, this is exactly where it's gonna happen, and you should stay home. Focus on the war. I know I said this last episode, but it's worth reiterating. I see. If that's what you've decided, I can only obey. Not true, dude. I permit you to rebut her. But I can guard you in spirit form, right? You don't intend for me to stay here while you go to school.
Of course not. Not just at school, but I will want you by my side whenever I go outside. It is the servant's role to protect the master, so I'll be counting on you.
I'm relieved to hear that. It is the duty of a knight to answer trust placed on us. I shall do my best to meet your expectations. But Rin, just hypothetically, what would you do if there were an enemy in that safe place?
What? Are you suggesting there might be a master at school?
Yes. That's right. It's certainly hard for anyone who isn't a teacher or student to get in, but it wouldn't be a problem if someone already there is a master.
I don't think that's possible. In this town, there's only one family of Magi other than a Tosaka. That other family has declined, and they don't even have a master.
Are you dumb? Are you dumb? What about the Matos? Sakura? And apparently Shinji? And what about Shirou? Shirou goes to your school. Hello? That's 2. 3. How do you know there isn't a master?
Hey, It's only natural to investigate another family of magi in the same town. He isn't a master, and his successor doesn't have enough magical energy to become a master, so we can just ignore them.
I don't think that's true. I see. So there's another magus at the school you go to, but you say that magus doesn't have sufficient magical energy to become a master. Is that correct?
Exactly. So most masters will probably be coming from elsewhere. I don't think such people will come to the school.
Rin, there are people from the prior war who didn't have much magical energy, and they still became masters, so I suggest watching out. Well, for now, at least. But Rin, there are always exceptions, so what if there is a magus at your school that you don't know about?
Like I said, there aren't any.
He said that you don't know about.
Magi are sensitive to other magi. If we were at the same school for a year, I should be able to sense other magi no matter how well they hide it.
No. He said that you don't know about, Rin. How would you know what you don't know?
I will stay with confidence that there are only 2 magi at our school. One of them is me, and the only other one is an apprentice who doesn't have enough power to become a master. Do you understand? Your caution is just needless worrying. It's completely impossible.
The more you say this, the more possible it becomes. That's why this is only a hypothetical scenario. There's always another side to things. It's only natural for unexpected things to occur. I'm saying that when it does happen, do not blame me. I'm not blaming you. Plus 50 points, and I like that saying too. It's only natural for unexpected things to occur. That's kind of good. Archer smiles dryly. Just that action makes me want to take it out on him. But if I did, I would be late for school. As if you cared about that the other day. You skipped school.
That won't happen. A hypothetical is a hypothetical because it won't happen. If it does, it just means my analysis was too shallow.
Alright, I'll remember that. Let's go then, Rin. It should take 30 minutes to get to the school, so we won't make it unless we leave soon. He already memorized how long it takes to get to school. This dude is good. This dude is good.
I'm surprised. Hypotheticals do happen.
Yes, I am surprised as well. Wow, it pays to argue over everything. It had an unexpected payoff. It already came true? You're joking. As soon as we pass the school's main gate, we joke around like that. Oh, it's a joke. Okay. Around us are students heading to classrooms, and it's almost time for homeroom. I'm very glad it's a joke. It would have been a contradiction in record time. In the crowd of people rushing into the school building, we stand dumbfounded.
This isn't just the air stagnating. Isn't there a boundary field set up already?
It's not complete, but the preparation seems to have already started. If he's doing this so openly, he must be a real big shot.
Or a complete amateur. A boundary field that lets others notice the abnormality is only 3rd class. To be 1st class, it has to be hidden until it's activated.
So, which do you think it is, Rin?
Who knows? I don't care if he's 3rd class or 1st class.
I do.
I'm just going to beat him mercilessly for setting up such an indecent thing in my territory!
Your territory? Do you own this school? I walk angrily through the schoolyard. As a magus, I'm not about to mince words, but I can't be satisfied until I properly punish the creator of this boundary field. Wait, so it wasn't a joke? After second period, while walking back from the music room, can't believe this, I see a first-year student walking unsteadily. The student is carrying some stack of papers, and it looks like she's having trouble.
I'll help, Sakura. Huh? Tosaka-senpai. What, handouts? World history? That'll be my homeroom teacher. That Kuzuki. What's he thinking making a girl do this? Here, give me half of it. Oh, yes. Thank you, senpai.
It's paper! What is there, 7 feet of it? There's no way. It should be manageable on her own.
It's fine, so we're taking these to your classroom? No, we're taking them to Kuzuke-sensei. He said he's recalling them because there was a misspelling. I understand. Kuzuki's really stubborn. He's the guy who canceled a whole test just because there was one misspelling on it.
What? There's propriety, and then there's being insane! Like I sound right now. What if his birth certificate was wrong? Is he gonna be like, I need to be reborn. Kill me. Like what?
Huh? You mean the school's exam? Right. I think it was last year's midterm. He came in while everyone was filling in their names and said in his usual tone that the midterm has a misspelling in it. He said that the question was not correct, so the midterm was to be canceled and retaken at a later date. We were surprised, but so were the teachers, and they still talk about it today. That's just like Kuzuki-sensei. He doesn't think teachers should make any mistakes.
I mean, that's admirable to an extent, but he takes it way too far. Way too far.
He goes too far, though.
Exactly, Rin.
You'll realize soon, too. Kuzuki is as stubborn as a rock or a mountain. Hosaka-senpai, you must like Kuzuki-sensei. It's rare for you to talk about someone like that. Really? Well, I do think he should be more flexible, but...
I think that, but I also think he's not bad this way. I agree. At our school, there's a teacher liked by all students and a teacher feared by all students. The balance between the two works so well that I think Kuzuke-sensei is a good disciplinarian. He's the stick in the carrot and stick approach.
Well, you'll get to see more of him once you reach second year. He teaches ethics, too. More importantly, Sakura, is it alright if I ask you something?
Pay attention in ethics class, everyone.
Huh? What is it, senpai?
I'm already getting tired of saying senpai, gotta be honest with you.
It's about yesterday. Were you talking to a strange foreigner?
Oh no. She better not deny it, because if she denies it, it's about to get mysterious and dark.
Oh, you were watching, senpai?
Oh, she's not denying it. That's a surprise.
Just by chance. So, what was it? Do you know him? No, well, he was a strange person and he seemed to be lost. He asked me lots of things, but I couldn't make out what he was saying, so,
Ah, so she ran away.
I see. Sorry, I was just a bit too curious. No, it's alright. Here is fine, senpai. I only have to hand these to him now. Okay. See you later, then.
I pass the handouts back to Sakura, that she can't handle. As I start to head back to my classroom, I pause.
Sakura, how are things? Yes, it's okay. I'm doing fine.
Are you sure?
I see. Well, if Shinji does something again, tell me. He doesn't know when to stop, so it'll only get worse if you don't say anything.
What's he doing? Is he the one facilitating the bug nonsense now? That Zoken was doing?
You don't need to worry, senpai. Nissan has been kind recently.
She says that with such a smile, I can't say anything else. You could! By the way, Japanese people, I'm sorry. I can't read that word, Nissan. I know it means brother or something, but I keep thinking about the stupid car. I bid her goodbye once more and turn my back on the familiar junior. Nissan. Nissan Ultima! The day ends. Yes, once again, the day ends at like 17 hours. I should be eating dinner. Students leave the classroom and the building gets darker by the second. The sun will set soon. It is literally setting! Do you not see the orange? Rain. When the red sun sets and night falls, there should be no one left in the school. There should be no one well before that.
Let's begin, Archer. First, we need to check out the boundary field. Once we figure out what kind of boundary field it is, we'll decide whether to eliminate it or leave it.
I address my invisible partner. Archer must understand as I sense him nodding. My voice is dying. A boundary field is something that protects its caster. A lesson! You could call it a geographical magic in which one knits a line of magic across the land to change the interior. Infinite different effects are possible within a boundary field. There are all sorts of boundary field, from ones that conceal the area from people's eyes to ones that limit the use of magic within them. That's cheating. The most aggressive of all are those that oppress life forms within them. The boundary field laid out over our school is of that kind. It is not yet complete, but once it is, everyone in the school should fall unconscious. Okay, Rin. Remember when you said this would never happen? When it would never go near the school because no one would ever do it? Minus 500 points. Deducted immediately. Because it's happening. But something like this won't affect me. After all, the boundary field is something targeted not at me, but at the place I am in. Such an indirect magical energy intervention has no effect on magi, who have magical energy throughout their entire bodies. A weak current floating through the air will only be repelled by a strong current like myself. So this boundary field has a different intention. I don't know what kind of person set up this boundary field, but his intention is not to defeat a master. It's hard to believe, but his target is everyone in this school. We got a terrorist on our hands? There's only one reason to do something like that. Unbelievably, this guy is... What is he, trying to drain energy? I searched the school building and emerged onto the rooftop to finish. Just share with the class, Rin. What is the guy trying to do? It's dark outside. It's 8 o'clock now, way past the school closing time, which is 6. 6?! I was over here saying 16 hours, 17 hours. I think I said 17 hours last time. It's 18 hours! No way. No shot. The only people still in the school are me and Archer. Well, you're on top of the school. You're not in the school. Okay, I'm being stupid. Sorry.
So, this makes 7. Well, it looks like this is the origin.
What? What? Does someone want to tell me why? There is fertilization in a magic circle? That's literally sperm going towards an egg. An 8-stroke mark is openly drawn on the rooftop. This purplish red character, only visible to magi, is something I have never seen before, engraved with something unknown. Disgusting.
This isn't something I can handle.
The person who set up this boundary field didn't think about anything. They were thinking about something, dude. They were thinking about something sexual, like... He didn't think, but the boundary field is bound with amazing skill. I can temporarily drain magical energy from this boundary field, but I cannot eliminate the boundary field itself. The boundary field can be reactivated just by having the caster put more magical energy into it again. Wow. Disgusting. Archer says nothing. There's nothing to say. He's been quiet ever since we came out onto the rooftop, probably because he too recognizes the power of this boundary field. This boundary field doesn't just drain one's strength. Once activated, it will literally dissolve all the people within it. Get rid of it. What? There are boundary fields that drain physical and mental strength from people within them. But the boundary field laid out over this school is on a completely different level. This is a soul eater. It is a blood fort that dissolves people within it and claims the souls that seep out. What is happening? No, not this again. Since ancient times, souls have been hard to handle. Even though they're believed to exist and are necessary for magic, only one magus has ever understood the soul. I don't think magi are known for their metaphysics and their morals and their ethics, okay? Souls are only things to be investigated, exactly, or things to be moved into containers. Such a distorted view, really. It's actually disgusting. It's incomprehensible not merely to suck them out, but also to collect them in a single place. I am so disgusted right now. It's because a magus has no use for them, even if one were to collect this unconvertible energy. So if there's a reason, it must be because they're a degenerate.
Archer, are you servants this kind of creature?
I asked coldly. It is as you suspect. I told you we are basically spirits. Therefore, our meals consist of souls and mental constituents. Since when? As you subsist on meat, we subsist on souls and minds. When? What? Is this why Gilgamesh was doing what he did? I mean, partly to gain power? Is that why he was that strong? I don't understand. Our basic abilities do not change from such nourishment, but we do become tougher. In other words, our magical energy capacity increases. What? Yes. To strengthen your servant, you must attack people indiscriminately. Well, I will stop that if I can.
So the magical energy the master provides is